trajectory. It's messy. Isn't that what life is? Welcome back to another Honestly Cara Unfiltered podcast episode. The podcast that we talk about all things disability, neurodiversity, and things that just kind of happen. In today's video, we are going to talk about a split second that has changed my August. Let's get into it. So, a few weeks ago, I fell. The actual fall probably lasted a split second, but I'm still dealing with the consequences weeks later, and there doesn't seem to be a sign of improving. I think it's something that we don't talk about out with the disability and chronic illness community. I think it's difficult for people to understand, because I've gone through this too, that when somebody says to you, I'm in so much pain, or I fell over at the weekend and it's completely ruined my life, I think we feel like those are just over-exaggeration statements. It's not until we are in the position of dealing with a disability, chronic illness, long-term health, that you realise that it's not an exaggeration, but we minimise our pain, our feeling, because outside of the disability and chronic illness community, people just think you're exaggerating. So let's talk about it. Sometimes it isn't the big event that causes the most amount of problems. It's everything that comes after that. A few weeks ago, I fell in the bathroom, and I have to wear my care call alarm permanently, and I'm so grateful that I did. I fell onto the floor, presumably from trying to stand up off the toilet, and I fell, my feet were at the base of the toilet and my head was at the door of the bathroom. Now my fall detector went off. I wasn't coherent enough. They could hear me trying to make a noise, but there was no words coming out. So, as protocol, they got in contact with my support worker, and my support worker tried to phone me. I think I ended up with like 9 phone calls. I couldn't answer any of them. I was on the floor, unresponsive, or less so unresponsive, but I was semi-conscious is a good way to put it. When she came in, she found me on the floor, semi-conscious, and not making any sense. And this isn't the first time that's happened before, but this has definitely been the most severe it's happened before. This is the most severe it's been. So my support worker phoned an ambulance and I ended up in hospital. And I think I can go for all chronically ill people, that is the last place we want to be. But sometimes we have to be there. I was taken into hospital. I had an oxygen mask on to try and get me back more conscious and alert and able to talk. Whilst I was in the hospital, the machines went off and my heart rate had gone from a resting of about 70 and it skyrocketed to 190 or something, I think my support worker said. Although I was home the same day, because I'm diagnosed, I don't get investigated. So it all gets chalked up to, it must be an episode of FND. And whilst that's useful to some extent, I have no support coming out of hospital because it's just something that happens. But just because something happens doesn't necessarily mean it should, or we're not in an awful lot of pain following it. I think there's sometimes the assumption that if you're leaving hospital, if you're sent home, you're fixed. Except I'm still not back to normal, not even close. That split second fall has sent my body into a prolonged flare-up, and I am struggling. And that's an understatement. My flare has been crippling, and it still is. But I'm now at the point, almost 3 weeks later, where I am so bored of lying in bed, lying on the sofa. It hurts because I'm not completely upright. Sitting in my chair, because I'm not flat. Sitting in my wheelchair, whilst it normally helps support my pain points, it is excruciating to be in my chair at the moment. And I'm in my desk chair, which allows me to tilt back, which is great. It is. But it gets to a point, and I'm getting close to it, where the pain starts to affect my brain, my ability to coherently talk, and I need to lie down again. But I'm so bored of lying down. I have to eat lying down. And it's funny because school's starting back in Scotland, or it is in Dumfries and Galloway next week. So starting up some of my clients. And whilst they are amazing and want me to promise that I'm in a good place to continue, if I was being sensible for myself, no, I'm probably not. But I need a reason to leave the house, even if it's just for the hour that I'm with her, because I'm in pain regardless of what I do. So I might as well enjoy what I'm doing and helping somebody making goals for the year than be in bed lying down, because nothing's happening then. I'm still in pain. So what does a flare actually look like? I mean, I talk quite openly about chronic illness, disability, pain and fatigue. And it's very easy to say, oh, I'm just having a flare, and move on. People don't really question it, or they'll say, hope you get better soon. And whilst I know that is sent with good intentions, it gets to the point where I just reply, thank you, or I am. Because the pain is so constant, people expect for you to have gotten better because it's been almost 3 weeks. So my responses start to change. I'm minimising my pain for other people. And I know probably shouldn't do it, but we're all used to it. If somebody says or brings something up so many times, we're like, oh, come on, say something else, do something else. You've got to be feeling better. And I think that's a big thing, a big misconception about chronic illnesses. We are so aware of other people saying that we minimise our pain and try to push through it, just so people don't think that we're putting it on or over-exaggerating or being dramatic. So what does a flare look like? Well, flares are different for everyone because everybody's disability, chronic illness is different. This is what a flare looks like for me, and I've taken some notes to remind myself. So right now, some of the most basic parts of human day-to-day survival are incredibly difficult. I've been putting off filming and posting because I physically couldn't wash my hair. And whilst I haven't been able to do that for a while now, even sitting for my support worker to wash my hair this morning, it hurt. It was painful, and I was still exhausted, and I didn't do anything. I just sat there. Today, because I've been so cold and being quite grey and blue today, I asked her to dry my hair for me. Now, it's why my hair is straight, or straight-ish, is because I didn't put it up and I didn't leave it to dry naturally, because I have quite a curly hair pattern, usually. Today was the first day I got dressed properly. I still went out in a PJ top and a jumper over the top. I'm still not able to wear a bra because of the sheer pain that goes through my body. But I put some black leggings on and a black jumper. But I was still getting really sore in them because they were itchy, because my body is incredibly sensitive. Picture it like this, going into somewhere that's been with radiation. You get in and it's low, so you can deal with it. You can push on through the day. So my normal pain and sensitivities is like that. I can push through it and get on with my day. But then it spikes, a flare, and I am no longer able to separate how I'm feeling because everything is so overwhelming for my body. Everything causes me so much more pain. I haven't done anything different, and I'm not even wearing something different. But the pain is huge. It's on its own completely different scale. I don't know how many times in this last week I have said the pain could really now, or it could do one, because I'm getting so frustrated, annoyed and angry that my body's failing me. And that's the same for so many other people. When your body is already using far more energy than it does for somebody else, suddenly the little things like going and filling a water bottle up, getting a drink, getting a snack, cooking, things that don't take much energy for most people are huge monumentous actions and tasks that deplete me. And today's a really good example. My support worker washed my hair, brushed it, dried it, got my clothes out for me, got us into the car, and I could feel it going, the pain getting worse. Now bear in mind, I take my pain medicine when I wake up. It's supposed to be 24 hours of long lasting. I was already starting to feel sore at 11. We went into Aldi because I had to get some food, but all of it is in my fridge because I need my support worker to prepare it, which she'll be doing tomorrow. And that's all we did. We popped into Sainsbury's and then Food Warehouse because they're like next to each other. And I have my Batik on, which means I don't have to get in and out of the car. There's no walking. There's no concentration required for me. And by the time we were back in the car at 1 o'clock, bear in mind, it takes 30 minutes to get into town, I was in so much pain. And I didn't know how I was going to sit on a Teams call without lying down. I've gotten through it, but the pain is awful. And trying to describe that and explain that to somebody that doesn't go through it is near impossible because you can't understand it if you've not been through it. You'll probably have noticed that in some of my videos in the last week, I'm in my pajamas or my hair is scraped back. It's in the same position as it was 3 days ago. And there's that little voice in my head constantly saying, should I really film like this? Shouldn't I get dressed first? Shouldn't I do my hair or wash, shower? And then I remind myself, this is the whole point of Honestly Cara, is showing the highs, the lows, the hospital trips, and everything in between. Because what we see online is snapshots. But I'm trying to create this environment where people can see themselves and see that they're not the only one going through things, because I have gotten an awful lot of reassurance and support by commenting on other disabled creators or other creators that have FND, and the relatability just makes you feel like, oh, I'm not the only one, because you don't see it day to day. And that's the brilliant power of social media, is being able to get in contact with people from all over the world and talk to them through a comment section or in messages and really see that you're not the only one. People go through the exact same thing. And it's so reassuring. And that's kind of what the whole point of Honestly Cara is showing you that raw, honest perspective, I suppose. As you can tell, my words are starting to struggle. I suppose they started to struggle at the start though. So if I'm going to talk about what chronic illness and disability looks like for me, then I'm going to post in my pajamas. I'm going to post that I'm in bed. I might feel like I'm repeating myself, but that's because my days are repeating. That is my reality. In bed, unable to get washed, get dressed, get food sorted for myself, dropping things. So many things. That's my day-to-day life, and that's me being honest and upfront to show people you're not alone. Because we're not, but it's so easy to forget that when you don't have people in your life that are going through the same thing as you, because they just can't relate. And surprisingly, filming these little snippets of my day and slightly longer videos, they're my highlight, because I can stop, I can lie down and do it. There's so many different ways that I can work around my health, but it gives me something to do. Because it can feel so isolating, especially where I live. I can't get out my front or back door, so I'm not even getting outside. So being able to film a video of my experience or what my day looks like and talk to people in my comment section is huge, because it gives you that boost. I'm talking to the community. I feel like I have something to do that's worth it. And it's not for views. It's not for, I don't know, what do you think people make content for? But the content I consume and that I make is to be relatable to people, to show that we're not alone. Everyone goes through it in different ways. But there's still people out there who understand you, and you're not alone, and you've got people to talk to. And I think that's one of the biggest things during my flare at the moment is I felt less lonely during this flare than I did during my last, because I'm actively trying to talk to you guys. Yes, it's on a camera, but knowing that I can talk to you in the comment section has been amazing. I've had quite a few people reach out and send me personal messages, and hearing their experience has been amazing, because it makes you realise that actually even the people you are surrounded with day-to-day life, they could be struggling too. And just because I'm the only one posting about it online doesn't mean I'm the only one in my area, which has been huge for me, is that reassurance that there are more people in my area and in my life that struggle with similar things or different things but has the same impact. It's that community that is huge without even realising that it's huge. Now, this wouldn't be honestly, Cara, if I didn't talk about how much I've been sleeping. I think we all know that if we're bored, we sleep more. And I think we see that a lot with older people as they're getting older and they're not getting out as much, they're sleeping more. But that's because we're bored. They're bored. It might be lots of other things. I mean, I have chronic fatigue. I can fall asleep straight away. But there's also times I can be tossing and turning. So I might be having 2, 3 naps. What's considered a nap and what's considered sleeping? I've had a few naps. In fact, Saturday just gone, I went to sleep about 2 o'clock and I didn't wake up until about 10 o'clock. It's an 8-hour nap. I was up for maybe 2 hours and I was back to sleep for the night. I'm sleeping so much, but that's because my body needs me to be stopped to help it heal. And I think we forget that sleep is so important, because it gives our body that chance where it's not fighting pumping your blood whilst you're vertical. It gives that extra energy to repair the broken things, to help you recover. I think one of the biggest things that I want to talk about is feeling the need to stay positive, because it's really easy to project positivity for short periods of time. But when you're in the middle of a flare, it's so hard to find small positives. But at the same time, I don't want the message to become just stay positive and disability becomes easier, because that's not it. I choose to laugh instead of cry. And when I made that distinction a while ago now, it meant that what was really difficult to get through, flare-ups and crying, it's not productive, it doesn't help. So why not try to be happy? Why not try and look for the good in the day? Even when everything is stacked against you, I'd rather spend my time laughing than crying, because I'm going to feel awful either way. But I don't want that message to be, if you're positive, things are just easier, because that's so not the truth. And I hope you can see that even if I am positive about things or lighthearted, that doesn't mitigate the level of pain I'm in. And I didn't film it, but I stopped. I leant my chair right back. I'll put a little clip in because I did film a wee bit of just lying down flat. It's important that I do take those breaks, and in that time I'm not smiling and I'm relaxed and just trying to do what's right for my body. I want this to be a place where people will see themselves in the same situations and realise they're not alone. I'm definitely not sharing this because I found this amazing way to make things all better. Because as much as I really wish that was true, it couldn't be further from the truth. I'm sharing this because this is what my life looks like at the moment. It's messy. and it's illogical, but isn't that what life is? Maybe getting through a flare isn't about constantly finding the positives. Maybe it's finding the little things like filming, talking to you for a little part of my day that makes the day a little easier, because I'm looking forward to it. And don't get me wrong, I'm still hoping that this flare ends, or that this doesn't become my new normal. I'm still thinking those things, I'm still wishing those things, but I'm doing my best. So I should be proud of that, right? And if I'm going to be honest, brutally honest, about my life and my journey, the accessibility, the adventures, the advocacy, well, flare-ups are a huge part of my life too. They stop everything, but I'm learning to live with it. And you can too. It might seem all-consuming. Now, I would love to tell you that that all-consuming feeling gets easier the more flares you have. It doesn't. I still sit here 5 years later hoping my flare won't become my new normal, hoping that I can just get through my plans and then crash out, because that is what life looks like. I am still wanting it to be easier. I think everybody does, but you do get through it, and giving up doesn't help. It just makes things worse. So trying to find the little things in each day is huge for me. Writing in my diary, talking to the camera, giving me some form of purpose, no matter what that purpose looks like. And part of Honestly Cara is being honest with every single stage of my life. The times I get stuck in tarmac, when a venue says it's accessible and it really isn't, I can't even get through the front door, to the times in hospital. The one split second moment can have consequences that lasts weeks, sometimes months. And the part where I feel like I'm still trying to figure out how to live this life within these new parameters, my new normal, and understanding that my body will be capable of different things on different days. So for now, if that means filming in my pajamas or with dirty hair, at least I've got clean hair today. Welcome to Honestly Cara. So join along, comment below what things help you through a flare up, or what are the little things that you've learned to or you've realised it doesn't matter anymore. I'm filming my PJs, big whoop. I attend meetings in my pajamas, big whoop. Because in order for me to access something, I need comfort. And for a very long time, I thought that you can wear pajamas out of the house. I mean, everyone tells you that. If you feel like you relate to some of this, or you want to talk, message me, write it in a comment. Let me know what you're feeling, thinking. Do you feel lonely? What's helped you feel less lonely, or what helps you during flares? Subscribe for more videos and definitely more podcast episodes. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Trajectory. You tweet. You're upside down? No. Sorry. Yeah. Had to have a break, lie down for a bit. But we're back. So, can't actually remember where I left it off. Had to take a break. Love that for me. In that muddy, messy, oh well, I forgot what I was saying.